Easter Sunday, April Fool's, Jimmy Fallon, funny joke. So it's the Easter season right now, and as it turns out, Easter falls on April Fool's this year. I think one of my favorite April Fool's stories is one I found on the web involving this Tennessee woman.
I do April Fool's Day jokes all the time, okay?
Apparently she joked her sister into believing that she had shot her husband.
I was doing an April Fool's joke. I said, Helen, I shot my husband. I'm cleaning up the mess. Let's go bury him in Blackwater.
Don't you love this sister's accent? And she's got a great way with words.
And next thing I knew, there was law everywhere. The response was excellent.
Long story short, there's a happy ending in which this woman gives us some great April Fool's joke advice.
Be careful on your April Fool's jokes.
So speaking of being careful about your jokes, there was this one time about 4 or 5 years ago that Jimmy Fallon did an Easter joke, and it made me stop and be a little bit careful. It was right around the Easter time when the movie Son of God had been put out, and many people were making mention of the fact that the actor cast as the role of Jesus was like pretty, like too pretty.
So pretty that I hardly can believe I'm real.
So Jimmy Fallon tells this joke as if the real Jesus gets asked to comment on this decision made by the casting directors to use such a pretty actor to portray him. To which Jesus responds, "What do you mean too good looking? What's that supposed to mean?" So when I first heard the joke, I thought to myself, should I laugh at this? I mean, Sister had a point when she said, you know, be careful with your jokes.
Be careful on your April Fool's jokes.
So I was thinking, you should be careful with your Jesus jokes. But seriously, you should be careful with your Jesus jokes. Look, you people can do what you want. I'm going to be careful with my Jesus jokes. So, yeah, I'm out of here. But after thinking about it for a while, I realized that it's kind of a perfect joke and that it's got a mixture of ridiculousness and the truth in it. First of all, what could be more ridiculous than to characterize the one who is the superlative in every category of comparison imaginable? The perfect, spotless Passover lamb. What could be more ridiculous than to characterize him as having even a whiff of insecurity? It's absurd, which makes for a good joke. And at the same time, there's truth in making fun of the decision to cast such a beautiful person in the role of playing Jesus, in that it clearly contradicts what's said in the scriptures about him in Isaiah 53:2. He had no beauty or majesty to attract us to him. Nothing in his appearance that we should desire him. It's not that real Jesus isn't gloriously beautiful beyond all description. It's just that he chose to conceal his beauty and glory when he took on human form. It's kind of like that old movie Cocoon, where these aliens come and they have to put on human form in order to talk to the humans. But there's this one scene where the alien he pulls back his human costume just a little bit to show a peek of his real glory. That's who real Jesus is, clothed in the humility of human form when he walked on the earth, but promising to throw off his human costume when he comes back in all his glory, when he returns to bring his people home. And that's the good news of Easter.
If there's anything admirable, if there is anything worthy of praise in all the universe, it is summed up in Jesus Christ.